catch up really quickly. There's a lot that I want to talk about, and I just want to get straight to it. I wrote everything down so that I'm not like rambling too much, because your girl is a yapper and I will get to going. But I want to start with one thing. Currently, I am battling a lot mentally. There's a lot happening. I don't want to get in too much detail, but I am getting the work and the help, and I'm doing the work and the help that I need. And I'm just not realizing that it's a problem, but we're working on it. That's update number 1. Update number 2. I got my bachelor's in psychology at Howard University. That's how long it's been. I am 1 year post-grad. Also a teacher, and I am currently enrolled at Arizona State University for my master's in forensic psychology online. So I am a full-time student, a full-time teacher, and work in a school. That's like career update as far as like what happened in the past year, like that. I am learning a lot on how to be Najaya Emil without. I am just a super emotional person, so a lot of things I take super personal, and it becomes a thing where it's like, how do I know when to show emotion, when I show emotion? I'm already a Pisces. I'm already just emotional, period, and it's just a lot. And I'm just a woman as well, where I lead with emotions, and genuinely, it's just a lot. And I feel like I'm talking a lot with my hands and like, After graduating, I had no clue what I wanted to do. My plan was like all crazy, so it was like really transforming my plan, making it different, and that was a little bit difficult. My original plan was to go to law school straight after college, but 22-year-old, been in school since she was 4, I genuinely was burned out. I needed a break, and that really caused a stir in my career plans, and it caused me to spiral horribly, because I'm such a person that just has a plan, stick to the plan, go to the plan, and that forced me to live just day to day, forced me to come up with something different, to still figure out another way to get there. It just really turned me a lot. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough because I didn't do it straight after college. It was just a lot of feelings that are still sticking with me now, but I cannot let it go into my new chapter, and I have to get it together. Changing career paths, this is really how it went. I graduated, I was a registered behavior technician. I worked with autistic kids one-on-one first. And then I randomly just applied to a teaching job. Once I figured out like, oh, I'm not going to be a lawyer, I was like, or really be in law school, because I'm still going to be a lawyer, hold on, but not in law school. I had to just go with the flow. I don't know. So I just applied to be a teacher. I just thought, well, if anything I'm gonna do, I can do that. And then I transitioned into teaching, and I teach 6th grade middle school science. Science has always been my favorite topic in school. It's always been something that I loved. I loved all of my science teachers growing up, so it was an easy thing to go into, like, let's do science. Plus my bachelor's is in science. Everything I do, or how I think, or just how I live my life, is science based. So it was very much like easy to pick a subject to teach, and plus science is fun. I gotta be there for 8 hours too, and I just didn't want to be bored. So I don't have a passion for teaching. I have a passion for kids, and it is a very big, I would say, responsibility to have all these young lives in your hands, and these are the next generation. So teaching has broadened my whole idea of what I even thought I would be, who I would be. It's actually pushing me to be stronger and better as a young woman. And as far as my career, I'm very happy about it. I can't complain about it, and I don't have to work in the summer and still get paid. So it's like, there's a lot of perks with teaching. I see a lot of negativity about teaching, and I really think it just depends on the school you go to and the district you teach in. I think those two plays a huge factor in how your experience will be as a teacher. So fair warning, if you ever think about going to teaching, please look at the district, please look at the school, please be smart. That's like the one thing I can say, because if you don't have good support from other teachers or your administration, it is going to be hard to teach, especially middle school. Right now, I am trying to learn how to live day to day. I'm also trying to stop myself from overthinking, and I'm trying to fix my sleep issues. And I'm learning that a lot of sleeping issues, my health and things like that, is coming from me stressing a lot, and it's also just coming from me overthinking, and I just do not trust myself with decisions right now. There are times where I go, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, but it's something in me that just stops me, because it's like I feel like every single time I try to go to the edge or level up, I guess is a quote, right, where it feels like I'm not enough. It feels like I don't deserve it. I can't do that right now. These things are not straight. I can't do it. And I don't know. I just overthink a lot, and I be in my head, and I'm just tired of living in my head. I'm 23 years old. I am still young with so much life to live, and I don't want to live it with fake scenarios when nothing in my head is really my reality. I don't know if anybody struggles with that, but it's been tough, and it's really been hindering like relationships and so much other things, because I overthink a lot, and it's hard to pinpoint where it comes from. It's hard to pinpoint why. It just happens. And now that I'm learning about my body and my brain and how it works, I'm starting to understand why it happens, and I'm counteracting it as we speak. Because even me saying those words out loud, I just want to be clear that those are not the words that I'm saying today, and I mean just starting today. I don't want to tell myself that I'm not enough. I don't want to tell myself that I don't deserve to be loved. I don't want to tell myself that I'm not good enough to be a teacher. I'm not well enough to do this. Like, I don't understand where that comes from, but it's just really hard for me to feel accomplished, and that's the biggest thing. Okay, like I said, I am 23 years old. I'm figuring it out, and I understand that, like, I am young, and I understand I have time. I just feel like I'm having a hard time grasping it, because a lot of this is self-inflicted, and it's hard to explain to people or tell people how my brain works and why it works like that. But I realized that I have told myself negative things about myself so long that, of course, my brain is just going to believe that. So anything outside of what I tell it, it can't know it because I didn't tell it. So I'm realizing that I need to be more kinder to myself and stop overloading with thoughts that are not true, and just stop panicking and things of that sort. Nothing is perfect. I'm not perfect. Nothing is perfect at all, and I didn't want to come back after a year and just act like, oh, everything's all. No, still figuring it out. I was in a real deep depression after post-grad. I was just really not okay, and I feel like I'm just now getting to terms with adding more labels to my Black woman self. And I mean this to say, it was hard for me to accept that I had anxiety, especially as a psychology major. It's like, ain't you supposed to know how to deal with that? Like, don't you supposed to know what that is? But when you're living in it, and when you've been living in it too long, even longer than you pursued your degree, it becomes a habit. It becomes just, you think, normal. And I really think that after my degree and learning that this is not how people live their lives, I'm like, oh, so I can fix it. Really. That I have anxiety or panic. That's what I've been recently diagnosed with, and I knew that a little bit already, but it was hard to accept it. It became unhard once I stopped sleeping correctly at night. I wake up and I'm just aching. So I am just trying to get myself together so that I can sleep. I know that just seems like, oh, I thought it would be a whole bigger, no. I just want to sleep, and I just want to live my life, and I want to not physically feel my stress and my anxiety take over. One, God tells us to enjoy life. So I don't know why I'm stressing about things that doesn't matter, because he wants me to enjoy it regardless. And I only get one time to live. And the amount of times in Ecclesiastes that God says, enjoy your life, enjoy what I gave you. Please enjoy my blessings. Please live your life. It's like, come on. How many times he has to say that? Just do it. For me, I'm in my head so much that it stops me from actually doing it, doing things that I like to do. And even when I do it, it feels like it's too much because I'm in my head. And my head's been telling me that this task is too much, it's too long before I even started it. So now, when I do the task, now I'm dreading it. Now I'm complaining. Woo, 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 woo. Because I just spent the last couple weeks prior in my head complaining about it. Now my body and my whole system is going, well, you told me we ain't like it, so we ain't gonna do it. And that's literally what my body's been doing. I tend to just mentally let myself down a lot, and it's been annoying, and it's been something that's been hard to just explain and hard to just come to terms with, because I've been dealing with it for years without saying anything out loud, and now that I have to face it, it's just been tough. So my mental health is struggling. Okay, it's not the best, it's not the worst either, but we are just figuring it out. I am going to be better, I am going to do better, and I do have the support that I need, and it's there. I know I'm going to be an amazing woman, an amazing person. I know I already am an amazing woman, an amazing person. I just need to tell my brain that, so they don't keep triggering these synapses of I ain't good enough, I ain't enough, this person don't love me, they doing this, and da-da-da-da. Instead of filling my head with that, we're gonna fill it up with more positivity, okay? So for this channel, please just be here and look forward to just the imperfect, the not so good days, just days like this where I'm just like, look, I'm not okay, and I think it's okay to not be okay, and vlogs and lifestyle and just rebuilding myself, getting myself together. Also, I'm so excited. I can't wait for my grad school content. I want to end my channel every time with just an affirmation, and it's kind of personal, but put it out here, just an affirmation that I have to tell myself currently in my life. And today's July 18th, 2026, and the one thing I need to tell myself is that you are safe, you are loved, and you are very, very kind, and you are accomplished. So future Najaya Emile, I really hope that when you look into the mirror, you know those things, because that has been holding you back from you being who you are, and it's hindering a lot, and you don't want it to. So future Najaya, stay tuned. You are great, you are where you need to be, you are beautiful, you are supposed to be in that space, and just know that. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to Najaya Emile.